Greetings everyone. So today I want to talk about some features of Windows 10. It has to do with keyboard shortcut, and it starts off using the window key and the letters on your keyboard. So let's get into it right after this. Okay, so we're going to go from Q to M on your keyboard. Now everything starts off using the Windows key. So you're going to hold down the Windows key and then press a letter. So that's how we're going to make this thing perform. Okay, so let's start off with Q. So when you press the Windows key and Q, it's going to bring up the search bar. Once the search bar pops up, you can search for anything. You can search for things on your desktop. You can search for things in folders. You can search for things on the web. That's what it's for, just to search for anything. Now, even though I'm not at S yet, the S also activate this feature. The next one is to hold down Windows key and then hit the letter E. After you hit the letter E, it's going to bring up the Windows Explorer. That means you're going to explore your entire computer, which means your drive, your document folders, your music folder, anything that's on the computer. That's what Windows Explorer is for. Okay, so the next letter after E is R. So hold down the Windows key and hit R, and that's going to bring up the run command. So from here, you can run different commands, like bring up the command prompt and some other things. This is mainly for people who are a little bit more techie, and a lot of them already know about this feature. But if you never heard about it, this is how you activate it. The next letter after R is T, and this has to do with the taskbar. So the icons on the taskbar, if you hold the Windows key and you hit T, you're going to see a square ring around those icons. That means it's selected. Once you hit that spacebar, it's going to open up that icon to full screen on your desktop. So the Windows T will just make you select between them. Every time you hit the T, it's going to go to the next icon down the line. The next letter after that is the U. So Windows and U is going to give you the display settings. Anything to do with the display settings. So the Windows U is going to take you into the display settings to make you do those quick adjustments if you need to. Now the next letter after that is the I. With the Windows key plus the I, you're going to get the regular settings. So U is just going to give you display settings. So the I is going to give you the settings for everything else, including the Windows display. It's not going to be specific like the U. The next letter is P. So the Windows key plus the P is going to get you into, I would say, dual screen mode. It's kind of like a dual screen. So if you have an external display connected to the laptop, you can choose from 4 different settings. You can choose the laptop screen only, so you can duplicate the laptop screen onto an external display. And then you have extended mode, so you can extend your laptop screen all the way over to an external display. And then the last setting that you can choose from this menu is external only. So therefore, it will not display anything on your laptop, and it will just display everything on the external display. The next letter is A. So once you hit the Windows key and the letter A, you're going to activate your notification. So you're going to see all your current email and any other current notification that you received. The next letter is D. So with D, you can hide your screen. So say you're goofing off at work or something like that, and then you hear your boss come in. With that Windows D, it's going to drop down everything off your desktop. So the only thing you will see is your desktop and no windows open. Now it's not closing them, it's just lowering them away so nobody else can see it. So this trick works if you have a whole bunch of windows open on your desktop and you need to get to your desktop because there's an icon there. This is how you quickly get to it. The next letter is the letter F. So if you hit the Windows key and the letter F, you're going to enter the feedback feature of Windows 10. Now be careful when you use this feature, because what it does is it takes a screenshot of whatever is on your display. So if you have 2 or 3 display, then it's going to take a screenshot of all those display and bundle them into one picture. And that's what it's going to attach to the feedback. So be careful what you have on your screen, because if you have any sensitive information and you're not paying attention, then it's going to take that picture of that stuff. And when you send it off to Microsoft, they're going to see that information. But not too many people know about this feedback feature inside Windows 10 anyway. But now you know, because I just told you about it. The next letter up is the G. So if you hit the Windows key and G, you're going to get the Xbox game bar. Now this is mainly for screen capture. So if you like to play a lot of Xbox game on your Windows 10 machine, then you can capture your gameplay using this feature. The next letter up is the letter H. Now with the Windows key and the letter H, you're going to enter dictation mode. So if you like to do dictation on your computer with the Windows key and the letter H, you're going to be able to make that possible. Now make sure you have a microphone hooked up to your computer or else it won't work. And you don't need a dedicated mic. You can use a webcam that already have the mic built in. The next letter is the letter K. So with the Windows key and the letter K, you'll be able to connect to wireless display. Now the computer and the display must be compatible to make this happen. The next letter up is the letter L. So with the Windows key and the letter L, you can quickly lock your computer. So if you're going to lunch or you're just taking a break from your computer or you're going to bed and you don't want anybody to come behind you and fiddle around with your computer, just hit that Windows key, letter L, and your computer is locked until you put the password in back again. So on the start bar where the Windows button is, where you bring up the menu for stuff you want to access, your apps and stuff like that, that's what you usually see. Now, if you right click on that same button, it's going to actually bring up an advanced menu to do some advanced settings changes. So to quickly get to that menu, you hit that Windows key and the letter X and it's going to bring it up for you. And this is also for people who are a little bit more technical. The next letter up is the letter C. So if you like to use Cortana, that's built into Windows 10, Windows key and the letter C would just make a pop up on the screen so you can start giving her a voice command. So that's the quick access way to Cortana. The next letter up is the letter V. So Windows key and the letter V is going to bring up your clipboard history. So if you like to copy and paste things a lot inside your computer, the Windows key and the letter V is going to bring up your history of your copy and pasting. The next letter up is the letter B. So if you hit the Windows key and the letter B, it's going to bring up the hidden icons menu. Because normally these icons are not visible unless you hit that little button to bring them up. So if you want to quickly bring them up using the keyboard, hold down the Windows key, hit the letter B, and it's going to bring up that menu for quick, easy access. And last but not least is the letter M. So if you have something open and you don't want somebody to see it because they're trying to come and look at your screen, hit that Windows key and the letter M, and it's going to drop down whatever you're working on so nobody can see it. The difference between the D and the M is the M only minimizes the active window that you're working on. Now it's only minimizing the window, it's not closing it. So don't think the window is closed out completely. You're just hiding it so nobody can see it. But if you need to minimize all the windows, make sure you use the letter D and not the M. All right, so I hope this was helpful. I like to use a lot of keyboard shortcut to make my life easier because my fingers already right there on the keyboard. The mouse will let you navigate to get some of those things done, but the keyboard shortcuts are so quick and easy. So if you're a person that likes to use keyboard shortcut like I do, I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not a keyboard shortcut kind of person, at least you know these exist on your keyboard. So therefore you learned something new. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up also. Now I'm going to leave all of these keyboard shortcuts in the description below. So you can print it out and keep it by your keyboard for that quick access so you don't have to worry about coming back to the video. But if you want to come back and watch the video, that is cool also. So until the next video, thanks for taking the time for watching. Have a good one and I'll see you next time.